TBTL.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Hey Dummies. I'm Andrew and I will be your dummy today. And I got a very interesting question from listener Arlen that I'll be answering. And I want you to know, I put a lot of research into today's video. I'm not saying it's a good video, I'm just saying I put a lot of research into it. Actually, that might be a red flag now that I think about it. But here's the question from listener Arlen, who writes, Hey Biz Boys, I'm stuck at home recovering from clavicle reconstruction surgery after a bike crash. My goodness. Arlen, are you doing okay? I'm so sorry to hear about this. I hope you are healing and resting. I know you live a very active lifestyle, Arlen. Try to rest. I know it's hard for busy people and active people to just rest and heal, but that's very important right now. I'm not your doctor, but I would like to be. Anyway, Arlen says, I'm stuck at home recovering, and I'm keeping more up to date with TBTL episodes. My question is a random one, but can you tell me if the recent show number 4472, which has a title that's 10 words long, is the most verbose of all TBTL episode titles. By verbose, I mean long but interesting. The name of the show, episode number 4472, was Born in the End Zone, Thought He Got a Touchdown. That was us playing around with one of Luke's favorite phrases, born on third, thought he had a triple. We changed it to a football analogy, born in the end zone, thought he got a touchdown. And Arlen wants to know, is that one of the most verbose, or let's say, I'll just say longest TBTL titles? Now, obviously the show goes back years and years and years, and we have thousands and thousands of episodes. Actually, well, more than 4,472. And I couldn't go through all of them, and I don't have a bot or any kind of AI program to do this for me. So what I did yesterday was I just scrolled and scrolled and scrolled and scrolled and scrolled back through the last 5 years of TBTL episodes, or I should say 4.5 years. I went back to the beginning of 2020 all the way through today. And just by kind of gut checking and using my eyes, I pulled the longest titles I could find, and then I did a character count on all of them, and I have them in order here. So Born in the End Zone, Thought He Got a Touchdown, which I think was last Thursday's show, has 47 characters in it. Now, I am including punctuation here. I don't know if you care, but I am. So if one of these titles has a exclamation point at the end of it, or quotation marks, or parentheses, those are all going to be part of the length of the title as I'm presenting them here. So, Born in the End Zone, Thought He Got a Touchdown, 47 characters. There are, I believe, 15 show titles that are longer than that since the year 2020. Episode number 4032, Got Our Money on Our Mind and Our Mind on Our Manners. Listen, you're getting it now. You're like, oh, Andrew just loves going back into the archives and laughing at his and Luke's own jokes. And you're not wrong about that. I will say, I love going back and looking at our show titles because I never remember them, and then you see them again with fresh eyes, and your own words make you chuckle. And I will say probably most of the funny ones on here are from Luke. I'm not trying to take all the credit, but you're absolutely right. If you're suspicious of this Hey Dummies video as being very self-serving, you're absolutely right. I don't remember this one, but it was Got Our Money on Our Mind and Our Mind on Our Manners. That has 53 characters in it, so that's longer than the 47 that started this conversation. This next one has 54 characters in it. Episode number 3769, Scraping Off the Barcode on the Scratch Ticket of Life. That's 54 characters there. We also had The Arco of History is Long, but it bends towards Toomgis. I'm sorry, guys. There's just like, if you don't even live in an area where Arco stores are, you have no idea what's going on. Arco is ARCO, I believe, all capitalized, and they have a character named Toomgis who's in the commercials, and he's a big beast that is made up of snacks that you can find in this convenience store. So 56 characters in that title. I don't know. Let's see here. I can click on this and tell you how far back this show was. I see it's episode number 3933, and it is from, do we have a date on this thing? April 28th, 2023. The Arco of History is Long, but it bends towards Toomgis. Okay, we have a lot to get through here, so I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit. We have another title with 56 characters in it. That was episode number 3,724, and the title is There's a Right Way to Rock and a Wrong Way to Rigmarole. Now, obviously that's a play on the song that we often play on the show for our Blur's Day segment. There's a right way to rock and a wrong way to roll. And I think what we did in this episode was discuss the fact that I've been saying rigmarole wrong my whole life. I always say rigmarole. I don't have time for that rigmarole. You probably don't have time for this rigmarole. But it's spelled rigmarole, which is, I don't know, unsettling to me. That was 56 characters. This next title has 58 characters. We're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger here. I don't understand this podcast, and I won't respond to it. Episode 3,388, 58 characters. Another one with 58 characters is, this was another somewhat recent one. I know this was Luke's joke because it made me laugh so hard. Could God make a pizza so healthy even he wouldn't eat it? I love that as a show title. And it had 58 characters, but that's not the longest. We're nowhere near the longest yet. 59 characters. We have 3 show titles with 59 characters. They are 15 Ways to Find Out If He's the Right Podcast for You! Exclamation point. That exclamation point gets you to the 59 mark. 15 Ways to Find Out If He's the Right Podcast for You. We also have You'll Never Believe What These Local Podcasters Just Said! Exclamation point. So again, 2 exclamation points in a row. By the way, that one was episode 4,420, and I know why we titled the show that way, because I believe in that episode I was complaining about very clickbaity headlines in our local newspaper. The Seattle Times has really turned towards headlines that don't tell you what you're about to read, but entice you to click on them by withholding very important information. It's very clickbaity. It doesn't seem very journalistic to me, and I really, really take issue with a local newspaper doing that. And so that's why we did a clickbaity headline. You'll never believe what these local podcasters just said. The other one that clocks in at 59 characters is Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers, where did you get those Facebook peepers? I believe, let's see, that's episode 3,508. I believe we were talking about the Facebook Ray-Ban glasses you can get, and they have little cameras built into them. And so that's where we came up with Jeepers Creepers. Where did you get those Facebook peepers? That was 59 characters. But now let's jump to 64 characters, much longer. I got a feeling that it's going to be a year of magical thinking. That was episode number 3,384. What's the date on that? What year did we think was going to be a year of magical thinking? That was from March of 2021. Even longer yet, with 65 characters, when you count the parentheses, was this show title, The Sandwiches I've Loved and the Ones That Didn't Love Me Back, in parentheses there at the end. The sandwiches that I've loved and the ones that didn't love me back. My guess is I was probably eating a lot of Tubbs sandwiches from this sandwich shop that used to be around here called Tubbs at the time, and that's where we got that. That clocks in at 65. Here, 68 characters. This is going back. This is episode 3,611. You guys still with me? I shot the sheriff, but I brought no harm to the sheriff's assistant, which is obviously a bastardization of a Bob Marley song. I shot the sheriff, but I brought no harm to the sheriff's assistant. 68 characters. At 69 characters, this is the second longest one. We're almost at the end of the list. Episode 4,345. I know that Luke said this, and it makes me laugh. I'm going to get through it, but this makes me laugh so hard. It smells like a 24-hour fitness that hasn't been cleaned in 25 hours. That might be one of my favorite show titles of all time. I absolutely love it. I think it was from late last year, and or maybe earlier this year. And then here is, now this last one, this is the longest title I could find since the year 2020, has 70 characters in it. A lot of those characters are punctuation. I don't know if you consider that cheating, Arlen. I doubt you're even watching this anymore. I don't think anybody is. Clocking in at 70 characters is an episode title called The Two Pizza Solution, parenthetically, or That's the Saddest Salad I've Ever Heard. Now, That is kind of cheating a little bit, even leaving the punctuation aside. That was clearly a day where we had 2 show titles, and I wasn't sure which one to use, so I went with the whole Rocky and Bullwinkle thing. Do you remember that? Do you know what Rocky and Bullwinkle is? Hi, kids. Thanks for tuning in. But Rocky and Bullwinkle would often have like a name of a episode, and then they would have a secondary name of an episode. And so that is our longest that I could find episode title since the year 2000 is episode 3158, The Two Pizza Solution, or That's the Saddest Salad I've Ever Heard. Now, let me see. When was this? This was from May 9th, 2020. So this is pandemic-y, right? Right? Yeah, early pandemic, right? Because that kind of happened in February and March. Yes, Luke celebrated his birthday last night with a little help from some very unlikely friends. Those unlikely friends were not IRL friends. Those friends were recorded on Cameo. I believe we were just talking about this on today's episode of TBTL, which you can check out at tbtl.net. Luke's wife at the time had gotten him some Cameo recordings from various members of the Howard Stern show, and so Luke celebrated his birthday by watching those videos that were a birthday gift. Also, Luke and Andrew learn why dogs freak out when people exercise around them. So that was episode 3158, The Two Pizza Solution, or That's the Saddest Salad I've Ever Heard. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Arlen, thank you for the question. Heal up soon, my friend. Thank you for sending me down memory lane. I know that I enjoyed this way more than you did, or any of the viewers or listeners, but that's okay. We could really use more great questions like this. Please email me, andrew@tbtl.net, and put Hey Dummies in the subject line. This isn't just something that I say because it's boilerplate at the end of these videos. We really need more questions, so please do email them to me, andrew@tbtl.net. Hope you all have a great weekend. I'm going to take a breath now.